Broadcasting from our subterranean studios in beautiful Paradise Valley, Pennsylvania, it's Business and Brain Tumor Talk, a unique show with topics to educate, inspire, and implement. Without further ado, here's your host, Rick Franzo.
Thank you, Amanda, and welcome. This is going to probably be the most fun episode that you're ever going to see. So, with me today is Lucia and Glynn. So, they both have businesses. We're not going to talk about CPAs and Autobahn and titles and tags and things like that. What we're going to talk about is what they do as local celebrities, and they really are. So, welcome, Lucia and Glynn.
Thanks for having us today, Rick.
Thanks for being here. This has been a long time coming. So I've always, when I met Glenn and Lucia about 7 years ago, it was, it was a long time ago. And I had just started my business. And so came into the office and I was doing my first meeting with Glenn, and Lucia was there. She said, "I'm Lucia, Glenn's girlfriend at the time, now wife." Mm-hmm. And said, "Do you like to travel?" And it was just like rapid fire. I'll never forget it. And we like to travel. We're going to Germany. You ever been to Germany? I said, I have. Oh, we're gonna go. We've been. We're gonna go get the whole thing. And I was like, wow, this is gonna be a lot of fun. And Glenn's office is adorned with all kinds of images from the trips that he's had. And I've been following both of your adventures for the last 7 years. Right. And so I thought it would be really appropriate for you to share with our viewers and listeners of Business and Brain Tumor Talk about you being local celebrities and the fun that you have. Sounds good?
Sounds great, because I'll talk your ear off especially when it comes to travel.
Oh, there you go. Well, we've got a half an hour, so maybe Lucia.
Yeah. So we're going to kind of narrow it down, and we're going to say in the last 10 years, we've been to 54 different countries.
Wow.
It's been more than that.
And she's going to start correcting me right away, because that's what she does. No, it's not 54. It's 53 and a half, because that one country just doesn't matter. Right?
You're just going to have to suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, suck it up, Buttercup. I love that. Right. I say that all the time.
So if you hear her scream, you know why.
So what's the country that didn't matter? What's the half country?
I don't know. We're still trying to figure out whether the country of Tortola is a genuine country
or not. It is a genuine country.
Whether it's, part of the British Virgin Islands. It's not part of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Country. And she claims that it's its own country.
Because it's on my map tracker. It's
the people there have British passports. So there's that then.
So we got that going for us. So travel
over 50 countries we've been to.
That's fantastic. Not a lot of people can say that. So talk about some of your more recent travels. So I know you went after tax season on, was it 2.5, 3 weeks? An amazing
we were in Asia. We were in China, South Korea, and Japan via cruise ship with Royal Caribbean. It was our very first Royal Caribbean cruise on Ovation of the Seas, one of their smaller ships. And it was quite the experience, because our best friends on the trip were all Australian, and we learned all about Australia.
Oh, wow.
And they are a funny bunch.
Very funny.
They know how to have fun.
Oh, they know how to drink and party, too.
So
wow.
The Aussies a lot. It's kind of convenient for them to go to China to pick up a cruise ship, whereas for us, it was 20 hours.
We were the minority.
20 hours in the air to get to Beijing.
We were the minority on the ship.
Yeah.
Meaning, who was the majority on the ship?
That would be Australians and Russians.
Yeah.
And what?
And Chinese, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, we're boarding the ship in China.
So
yes, we're minorities.
So when you were flying out there, so this is really interesting. When you flew, you had your own cabins, like where you could sleep?
I wish.
No, the first class cabins, they cost thousands of dollars.
They're too much. They're not worth it.
So we can recline the seat back as far as we could and hope for the best.
Okay.
If you get some sleep on the flight, you'll do well once you get there.
And if you get an empty seat in the row, it's even better, because then you can sprawl out.
Most of the flights that we've been on recently since COVID are all full. There's no empty seats to be had. So people are back and
a lot
traveling.
Of these content creators that you see traveling in first class, traveling in business class, they're using their points, or they were asked to travel in
They were
style.
gifted the seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. And so you flew and you got to Australia or you got to China?
Well, from Newark, we went to, was it San
Fran.
Francisco? And then we went to Beijing, China.
To Beijing. Okay.
And landed at China about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mhm.
And we already had a ride arranged for us from there.
Courtesy of
Klook Travel,
Okay.
KLOOK, is one of our travel partners.
Yep.
They do excursions, they do welcome pickups, they do all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And it's nice when we get off of the airplane, collect our luggage, and walk outside. And there's someone with a sign with my name on it.
And there's service on your phone thanks to Olafly.
Well, that's another thing. When you go to these foreign countries, you have to do some homework about how you're going to get connected to the internet.
How you're going to pay.
How are you going to pay for stuff? How are you going to make phone calls or receive text messages?
Yeah, sure.
And what do you use? Use a VPN
Mhm.
and an eSIM.
Yep.
And the combination of these two things kind of gives you a Chinese phone number for a couple of days.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Our driver didn't speak a word
Not a
of
word.
English.
So we had to use Google Translate.
But he had a car big enough to handle our 2 suitcases, which was important
We were
because all
lucky.
of the cars in China are smaller.
Not in Japan.
We were able to use Google Translate to speak to him, and we made arrangements for him to come back the next day.
Oh, he was our personal driver the whole time we were
pick
there.
us up at the hotel and take us everywhere we wanted to go.
Yep.
And then we arranged for him to give us a ride from our hotel the day that we were going to embark on the cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
The other city that we were leaving out of, Taijin?
Something like that.
All right. So we landed in Beijing, and you had to go to Taijin, China to get on the ship.
Yeah.
It was almost 2 hours away from our hotel.
But he did a beautiful job. I think he probably still has his number.
Well, we cut a deal with them on the spot to come back and pick us up on Tuesday to take us to the cruise ship. We were there in China for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then left on Tuesday.
And boy, did we eat.
And we ate good while we were there.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, there's a language barrier, there's money barrier, there's this and that.
Lies.
And as long as you do your homework and you're prepared when you get there, you won't be frustrated with the situation.
Sure. My one son actually did 3 weeks in China when he was in college. They did a tour with other students, and then he spent the entire first semester of his senior year at the university in Beijing. So he was over there for a total of 1.3 weeks, then a total of almost 4 months the second time.
Nice.
He lived there, and he found it super exciting. And a lot of what you're saying is what he said to us. Is it was really it was very easy. A lot of people spoke English there. It was very friendly. The food was amazing, and so yeah, for sure.
Well, we did find that a lot of people did speak English there.
Yeah.
But one thing is when we needed a ride somewhere, they don't have Uber.
No.
They have Didi, DIDI, and
Really?
that's Uber in China.
Don't even attempt to order fast food because the whole app's in Chinese. We couldn't even figure it out.
Well, we weren't ordering fast food. There was restaurants conveniently located nearby us.
Right.
We didn't attempt to do it.
Right. So you went from that to the phone can wait. And so, we're not going to get that. And so we went to the cruise ship, and then where did you cruise to from there?
From the cruise ship in China, we went to South Korea for the very first time, and we discovered an excellent tour guide by the name of Hunter, who gave us the most personalized trip in Korea. We also got another tour in Korea with one of the girls who was on the cruise ship. So not only did we get to see her hometown, but we also got to see other parts of Korea as well, which was really cool. But the best part is the Korean barbecue. That's where you go and you get it. Not New York City or Jersey or anywhere else. You go right to Korea and you get it right there. Black Pig is the #1 Korean barbecue on the planet.
Now, what sets it apart, Lucia? What sets it apart? What makes it different than the Korean barbecue here?
What makes it different is when you go there, they're showing you everything that you're going to eat, and they're asking you all these questions. Do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want this? Versus where, you go to Korean places around here, you're looking at the menu and saying, yeah, this is what we want, but you really don't know what you're getting. They could say to you, it could be beef tenderloin. You don't know if you're getting beef tenderloin, but out there, like, they literally put it all out in front of you and they show you and they explain it.
Well, let me tell you what happened. We went to Jeju Island. This is the home of the black pigs. We went to the botanical gardens,
and they played with the pigs first.
actually had black pigs that you could buy some biscuits and feed the biscuits along the way.
Really?
So, see the black pigs. Then we went to eat the black pigs.
You're so mean.
I know, right?
As long as you don't name them, it's okay. So, like the lobster, you name the lobster.
Oh my God.
So you went there and you went to South Korea, and had great experiences. And then where did you go?
Then we went to Japan, where we always go, nonstop, all the time.
Some of the Japanese islands. One of the Japanese islands had a volcano.
Oh yeah.
And we took a ferry boat from the mainland over to the volcano. Rented some electric bicycles.
Went around the whole island.
And then we got to go all the way around the volcano.
And then found out the next day it exploded.
And then a couple of days later, we were tuning into the news, and the volcano was actually erupting a couple of days after we were there.
Thank God it wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Thank God it wasn't us, and it wasn't raining down soot and ash on.
Yeah, that would have been an experience for sure.
But we saw some of the pictures of the place where we were walking between the port and the ferry, and they were all covered with ash, like it had been a snowstorm.
Thank God.
Mm-hmm. Couple of different stops in the Japanese islands. Normally we go to Okinawa. The previous trip we were on, we went to Osaka.
Yeah.
This time we stayed at some local kind of places.
Oh yeah.
And we always love to walk into the restaurant where nobody speaks any English at all, and we strike up a conversation with them using Google Translate. The one woman came to the door and she was afraid when she saw us. And I showed her a message that said, like, "We're hungry," and it says you're open. And she's right this way. The cruise ship actually dropped us off in Yokohama, Japan.
Oh.
Okay.
And Yokohama was infamous because at the beginning of COVID, there was a Diamond Princess cruise ship that was quarantined there in the port in Yokohama.
Really?
And they had been overridden with COVID-19. And this was early in 2020 when it was happening. So the Yokohama port was infamous for that.
Yeah.
But the Yokohama port is now famous because of the Yokohama Bay All-Stars, the baseball team.
Oh, the baseball team. Okay.
They've been sending players to Los Angeles from the Yokohama Bay Stars.
So when we got there, we knew nothing about the game at all. We get in there, we're getting our food and stuff, and we get up into the bleachers. Next thing you know, you see these girls with these half kegs on their back, pouring beer, pouring wine, pouring coffee. Crazy experience. And they would be picking up after every so many innings. About halfway through the game, the guy sitting next to me pulls out Google Translate. And he goes, "Are you new?" And I go, "Yeah, we're new." He goes, "Do you know anything about the game?" I go, "No." He goes, "Well, this team, they have all their trumpets and their drums and their flags. You're going to see them do this, and then we're going to do it." He goes, "But I got to teach you the chants." By the time the game was over, all the locals there were showing us their phones, talking to us, and teaching us the chants. We were fully immersed into their culture. That I said to Glenn, I said, "We got to go back for another game." That was the best experience ever because nobody was mean. Nobody was rotten. Everybody was well-mannered, polite.
This is a culture that's built around respect.
Oh, yes.
One of the reasons we love to go to Japan. We've never run into any trouble along the way, and if we do and we ask someone to help us, they're more than happy to.
The only trouble we'll run into is occasionally, and I don't think it's even happened to us yet, some of the locals don't allow American tourists in there, so they'll give us this kind of a sign, but we've never had that experience at all.
So far, it's just a rumor because every restaurant we walk into, they're very welcoming.
Yeah. And then the minute you say, "Hey, we're on YouTube," and they pull up our YouTube and they look, 34,000 subs is a lot to them over there versus to us. We don't care about the subs. It's all about the views and the engagement, and you get people talking on your videos or people saying, "Hey, I went here because of you, and I took your opinion and stuff." That's what makes us happy because we have full-time jobs. We would never resort to this full-time ever.
So on our YouTube channel, you can go there and you can find various content that we've done. You can find
Playlists.
the most recent videos, or you can go and click on one of our playlists.
Right.
And for our most recent trip between China, Korea, and Japan, you can start at the top and you'll see about a 20-minute long video every single day.
Or longer.
It's like we're taking you along for the ride.
We try to keep it to 20 minutes or less because, like you said, after 30 minutes, people get bored.
They start to tune out. Yeah.
We've watched creators that are over an hour, and by the 30-minute mark, I'm no offense. You know who you are.
No, I totally get it. And so it's all about the attention span. It's got to be something, even, that there's very little that can get my attention on a video for more than 30 minutes. So we talked about the food. We talked about the travel. Let's talk about music, because you guys love to go to concerts. And I feel that we have very similar tastes in music. So who was the most recent concert that you saw? I know the answer to a lot of these questions.
David Lee Roth really delivered on Sunday night.
That's amazing. I heard both sides of that. I was so happy when I read that you said that he really delivered, because I've heard that he was, it was kind of a,
he's all washed up. He can't sing.
Yeah, I've heard that.
He put on a rock concert to a sold-out crowd at Bethlehem on Sunday night. I would say there was about 7,000-8,000 people.
There had to be.
Wow.
The week before that, though, we saw Stephen Piercy. We saw Vince Neil.
From
we saw Brett Michaels. Now, I know what everybody's going to say about Vince Neil. But let me tell you what. Vince Neil was back first night after being out sick. Brett Michaels explained his story. A lot of people weren't believing it on social media, but we were there. And if he didn't have that backing band, he would have been done. But I think he tried the best that he could.
Sure.
There's rumors that he had a brain tumor.
Right.
Really?
Yes.
That I hadn't heard. No kidding.
Well, Brett Michaels had something similar to it, too.
Brett Michaels had something like that as well.
Yep.
Really?
So we're going to have to do a little investigating into what put them on the sidelines for a little while.
Yeah.
But they came back. They put on the rock concert. It was a great sing-along, and we'd love to go to a concert and sing all the songs with the band.
Now, one thing I will note when it comes to music, be quiet, we have different tastes.
Okay.
Our next concert coming up is Heart on August 30th, which I asked to go because I love Ann Wilson.
Right.
I've watched Heart since I'm, a kid.
Sure.
Now, on September 15th, though, we're going to Dua Lipa, which we both like. But when it comes to music, he's what's the word? He's something into the newer music now, like Machine Gun Kelly and Youngblood and this and that.
Okay.
But when it comes to the older music, like The Who or Bachman Turner Overdrive,
BTO,
he's putting me to the test to see if I'm actually going to physically take a nap through a $200 concert.
Well, here I do love all the music that I grew up on, but even while I was growing up on the music, I would like to go out, get the record, listen to the record, buy the rock concert tickets, go to see the show, and it was just like a complete cycle for me. And with a lot of the bands that we listen to today, like Youngblood or Halsey or Mod Sun or Machine Gun Kelly or Dua Lipa, I can do that again. But you can't do it for Led Zeppelin. They're not coming around anymore.
He's obsessed with Halsey. Don't let him fool you.
So you can't do that with Led Zeppelin. So you said fall asleep in a concert. I actually fell asleep for over an hour in a concert. It was the worst concert I was ever in. It was at the Spectrum in Philly in 1993. It was the Grateful Dead, and so I fell right asleep. It was one of Jerry and the band's really. They went super mystical that show, and they just were like riffing, and people were just spinning around, and like they all looked
like they're in their living room, right?
Right. And so I fell asleep, and Debbie, right, my wife, who you both know, she's seen the Grateful Dead probably 9 to 12 times because she lived in Philly, and we should have her in here on a show. She's seen more concerts than you can imagine, and so she said that was the most boring Dead concert. So I fell asleep in a concert. Did you fall asleep? Did you fall asleep in a concert or no?
What's that?
Did you fall asleep at a concert or no?
You know what? When he took me to see The Who, I did not, and I told him I want to go again because they're on their last hurrah.
Yeah.
And then who's the other one?
Tour.
Who's the other one that's on the farewell tour?
Oh.
Rumor has it that it's Aerosmith, and I already told him I want front row for Aerosmith. But he knows I'm getting front row for Bon Jovi. He doesn't have a choice.
We heard that Aerosmith wants to have a farewell concert a la Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
They're trying to put something together along those.
Yeah.
No kidding. I saw Aerosmith at Montage, and it was right after they did some sort of like Us Festival or something like that. Steven Tyler's voice was shot.
No kidding.
He sounded awful. Jackal actually opened for them. They were better than Jackal. They did. They did. You remember them?
We do.
Yeah. So they opened for them, and Aerosmith just sounded. And this was a long time ago, but we're talking in the 90s. But they sounded so tired. That's the way to describe it. They sounded tired.
Aerosmith, one of the best concerts I ever seen on Montage was the 1997 album 9 Lives.
Okay. Yeah.
Pink was one of the songs that was on the radio. Pink, my favorite color, right?
Yeah.
And I forget who opened for them, but yeah, we had some great shows with Aerosmith up on the mountain.
Excellent. What shows do you guys got coming up that you're going to be seeing, you think?
So on the last day of the month is Heart at Bethel Woods. Bethel Woods is a great place to see.
Yeah. Never been there.
At the Madison Square Garden, Dua Lipa the day before we're leaving for Hong Kong and China, because we're going back in September. We had such a good time in China, we're going back in September.
Why not?
And
but to a different part of China.
To a slightly different part of China.
I think you should leave him hanging.
The next concert that we're going to see is Tom Kiefer
October 3rd.
Cinderella.
Okay,
Sherman Theater, right around the corner from your house.
Right, it's 15 minutes away. Yeah.
Right.
And Queensryche.
We have a meeting for Queensryche. The entire band is coming to the Kirby Center in Wilkes-Barre, and we're looking forward to that. They're going to play the entire album Operation Mindcrime from 1990.
So when they're playing Silent Lucidity, you're going to be bawling your eyes out.
We've got one more in the middle of October. We're going to see Frankie Valli.
Oh, I forgot about that.
At Broome County Arena.
I love Frankie Valli.
We're going to see Frankie Valli. He's almost 90 years old.
I was going to say, did they just prop him on stage? And I mean, that's what it kind of looks like.
With Heart, she's in a wheelchair because she's really bad.
Yeah,
so I want to see her before she's done.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the other ones, same thing. They're getting there where they're just getting to the point where they're done.
Of course, she can still sing, so that's why she's there.
She can't sing as good as she used to.
Who knows until we get there.
No, yeah, that's kind of crazy. I just had a friend that went and saw. There was a concert where Daryl Hall was in, and he said that he was very disappointing. It really was. He didn't sound good at all.
We heard that Daryl Hall and John Oates have settled their legal problems.
You're right. I heard that. It was maybe less than a week ago that kind of broke, right?
It was going on for years. I remember seeing them a couple of years back at the Kirby Center in Wilkes-Barre, and I'm thinking that it's about 15, 16 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
So that's probably how long their legal battles have been going on. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I love the music that you guys see. How about in the greater Scranton area? What is a really go-to? And you guys are over in Wayne County. You live out there, but we're going to talk about right around where your offices are. What's the go-to place that you like to eat?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Maybe 5.
The go-to place to go to eat in Scranton.
Well, most of the good restaurants are in Wilkes-Barre.
Okay, nice.
All right.
You're born here. Be nice.
We love to go to Yummy Bowl in Dunmore.
That's Dunmore.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the concept of Yummy Bowl?
No. What is it?
It's a Mongolian restaurant.
It's a Mongolian grill barbecue, but they have an entire cafeteria line that's got raw vegetables, meat, eggs, sauces.
So you prepare your dish, and then they put it on a grill.
You get a bowl and fill it with all the raw stuff, and then give it to them, and they cook it for you. bring it back to the table on top of some fried rice or some steamed rice, and there's usually enough there for 2 meals.
But who's our go-to brand? Come on.
You tell me.
Brick oven. Brick ovens are one of our go-tos, or Hacienda Volcan, or well, we haven't been there in a while, but my cousin's Buona Pizza, we haven't been there in a while though. So those are just some of them. We're really not up on a lot of the new places that are out there, but
Well, we're actually not from Wayne County. We're a little bit further. We're in Pike County.
Oh, you're in Pike. Yeah, you're right.
And when we moved there just a little over 5 years ago, we kind of like stopped going to the restaurants in Scranton and started going to the restaurants
our go-to
around
up there
the
is
lake.
Old Rangers,
So
Monday nights.
Monday nights we're at Old Rangers. Friday nights we're at Promised Land Inn.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Tuesdays in the winter we'll go to Gresham's Chop House.
Or we'll go to Wally's next door. So
there's some great
depends.
pizza places around the lake too. Wally's is at the other end of the lake, the eastern end of the lake.
Or Mike's Italian.
Oh, Mike's Italian is right there on Terrytown Road. And down in Greentown near Newfoundland, there is Tony's Pizza.
Tony's Pizza, Greentown.
But I believe Tony's Pizza started down in Stroudsburg.
Yeah,
I think they have their original in Stroudsburg.
They did. And so, yes, and I knew that they moved up there. I haven't been up there yet. And, Greentown is what? 20 minutes from me.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So we're right by Greentown, Newfoundland, Greentown, all the way up.
There you go, dinner date.
They have
we got to get together.
They have some special.
Plus, I got to go to your house because I got to play Galaga.
Oh,
we always like a grandma pizza because I like extra sauce on my pizza.
Yeah,
but the one that Tony's made for us was an upside down Sicilian, very thin crust, cheese on the bottom, and then sauce on the top, and a little shaved cheese to finish it off. One of the best pizzas I ever had.
Yep.
One of the best pizzas I ever had.
That's awesome. This was so great catching up with the both of you, and we're going to do one on the businesses that you have because they are just amazing. Glynn is my CPA. You are relentless, Lucia, when you're posting up about Autobahn and all the great things that you're doing in the community. But would you like to work?
And we help people every day.
Yeah, we
love it. There's personal satisfaction.
We put out dumpster fires every day.
No, you're both just so great people, and so great to be connected with you. How do they get in touch with you? What do they do if they want to go see your YouTube channel? And I'm going to post up all the links. I already have them. But if they get to your YouTube channel, what should they search for? And maybe go to your Facebook pages.
All they have to do is just search for Lucia and Glynn, Glynn. We are everywhere.
So we have a website that'll take you to all the socials. We have our YouTube channel that will take you to all of the places that we've been around the world. Yeah. And you can tune into either one of our Facebooks or our shared Facebook, Lucia and Glynn. Mm-hmm.
Yep, absolutely. It's up right here on this other screen. So
beautiful.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having us, Rick. We can't wait to come on again.
You're going to be back, believe me. And we got to double date.
I'm down anytime.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Have a great one, everybody. Lucia and Glynn. Have a great one. This has been Business and Brain Tumor Talk. You guys have a great day. Stay gold and peace.
Ciao.